morning and just taking a quick 5-minute break before I get back to work. Just the toilet, basically. I know I don't talk very loud. That's because, I'm not a loud person unless I'm angry. I wanted to talk about this Gen X train that we're all on. It's all fun, it's great, apart from the idiots who don't follow back. And the Gen Zs, I keep seeing lots of these little Gen Zs bigging it up, threatening us, taking the piss out of us. What you have to understand, Gen Xers, is we rebelled against our parents, the older generation. The millennials rebelled. The Gen Zs are rebelling in their own butterfly ways. The problem with the Gen Zs, however, is they've been programmed by the education system. Their brains don't work quite right because of the amount of poisons in the atmosphere, the food, the water. Easily programmed. They prefer feelings over facts, which is stupid as far as we're concerned, because we're intelligent adults. They are, at the end of the day, still children. They may have grown-up bodies, but they're not. They're children. They're children in adult bodies. It's as simple as that. I have a nearly 7-year-old who's autistic. He has the mental age of a 5-year-old. Think of the Gen Zs along that line. Now, this is just a generalisation. Not all Gen Zs are bad people. Not all Gen Zs are programmed idiots. Not all Gen Zs are work-shy losers, which a lot of people are portraying them as. One of my colleagues at work, his son is a Gen Z. He was running his own allotment and selling the produce since he was 14 years old. He's now working full time. He's a good lad. Look at these idiots that are giving all of the hilarious. Look at these protesting idiots, these Gen Zs and all their non-binary and all their genders and all that sort of crap. It's because it's been programmed into their noggins. Because they're easily manipulated. The world is at war at the moment. Most people don't realise it. Some do. Most people don't believe that the war is happening. Well, it is. World War III is being fought even as we speak. I'm not talking about countries against countries. I'm talking about ideologies against ideologies. The elites want to take control. They want to reduce our population, and they've used that. The lies of their fake science, the global warming lies, the oil lies, the how much cleaner electricity production lies, all of this sort of stuff to brainwash a generation. They've thrown in transgenderism. I have a transgender sister. My older sister's full-up transgender. Used to be my brother, now my sister. I got nothing against gay people, nothing against transgender people. The problem is, this is all being thrown into our faces constantly, and it is all there to distract us from what the elites are doing. So let's all have fun, take the mickey out of each other. I mean, that's what we Gen Xers do best. But at the end of the day, remember, Gen Z can't help where they are. They're programmed. They're robots. They may think they know what they're talking about, but did we when we were their age? No. I was a bigger prat as they are when I was their age, just I wasn't as badly programmed as they are. So, let's try and keep a semblance of, what's the word I'm looking for? Decency. At the end of the day, the Gen Zs, not my children, because my children are Gen Alphas from what I'm told, because the oldest is 8. But all of you who've got Gen Z children, all of you taking the mickey out of the Gen Zs, remember, it's not their fault. They've been programmed. And programming can be broken, but it's going to take them a lot of years to grow up and start using what little brain power they have. Because at the end of the day, most of this is coming from America, and they've been eating fake food for decades. They were the great experiment, and it worked. Just look at them. They're overweight for the most part. They're unhealthy. That's Big Pharma's influence. That's the lies about the food that they're eating influence. It's not their fault. They, like all of us, I mean, I never used to be political. I never used to be a conspiracy theorist until I started researching stuff at the advent of COVID. It was only a few years ago. I believed the government was there to look out for us. Learned that lesson the hard way. Despite the fact that they cost me everything in 2009 when they caused the economy to crash and the banks went under and all that sort of crap. I still believe that they were out to protect us. Don't anymore. Because now my eyes are opened and I see the truth for what it is. We're living in a world controlled by the elites. Our governments are just puppets. They do what they're told. Our schools are just puppets. They do what they're told. They teach the curriculums, no matter where you are in the world, they teach the curriculums that the government sanction. Therefore, they are teaching curriculums that the elites have sanctioned. They don't tell the true history of slavery. They don't tell the true history of the climate change throughout the billions and billions of years this world has existed. They don't tell the true history of anything because they don't want people to know the truth. They only want them to know the tiny little bits that fit their narrative. It's called divide and conquer. For anybody who doesn't understand that, it's simple. Keep us fighting amongst each other while throwing lots of distractions at us and entertainment, while the elites do what they want behind the scenes and get what they want behind the scenes. And by the time majority of people realise it, it's too late. Look at Nazi Germany. Most German people weren't Nazis, but they were, after a failed World War I, they were trying to regrow their country. They were trying to be prosperous. Hitler came along, he gave them jobs, he gave them a purpose. Evil little odious man that he was. But most Germans were not Nazis. But they turned the eye. They turned a blind eye. They looked away. That's what's happening with Gen Z. That's what's happening with most of the population of the so-called free world. We're not looking, well, most of you ain't looking at what really is going on. Most of you are just looking at the news and going, oh, they've got our interests at heart. They know what we're talking about. They know what they're talking about. It must be true. No, it's only true in the fact that they're silencing the real science to push their fake science. They're silencing the real medicinal cures from Mother Nature, which all medicines are based on. However, medicines coming from Big Pharma are made from chemicals. And I've yet to find a chemical that is good for the human body, or anything else for that matter. So, yeah, just a quick chit-chat. And, yeah, remember people, we're all human, no matter your colour, creed, race, religion. As I said in my last video, we have to fight to keep our communities, we have to fight to keep our countries. But don't fight against the people that can't do anything. Gen Zs, they'll grow up eventually. Hopefully some of them will break the programming. Well, hopefully more of them will break their programming. Same as most of us Gen Xers did, because we've all been programmed. We've been programmed by our parents, programmed by our schools, programmed by everything in the world around us. But this is a directed programming. It started in America by Bill Gates' foundations, and it is continuing on across the so-called free world. Remember, don't hate Gen Zs, don't hate millennials, don't hate us Gen Xers. We're all human, we're all just trying to live our lives, provide for our families, until the Reaper comes calling. Or on that merry note, have a good, glorious day on this beautiful Sunday. Laters.